Have you had any comment on that joke?
Oh yeah, she.
Cried.
Yeah, we're actually not on speaking terms because of that joke.
It ruined. Hello, welcome to another Latino with a podcast and the Latino with a podcast. Christian Henningsmeyer, and today I am with Elaine Goldin. That's the nice pronunciation, Goldin or Golden?
Golden, more like the color.
Golden, like the color, okay, because Goldin sounds amazing. But then, like, I, I'm gonna introduce the topic like because it's part of you, and I just thought about it. What I have to what is the name when you like steam? I have to steam the every day that I do the podcast. I have to steam
Yeah.
the green screen so it doesn't have wrinkles. It's wrinkles, yeah.
Mhm.
And I was thinking like, why do I do this shit? Like, and I was thinking about a new business that I wanna do. And my business model, I believe it always will not work because I'm a kind person. And then I was like, and today I'm having you that she's like the kindest comic I know, and she can crush in English and Spanish.
Oh, thank you, Christian. I think the same about you.
She's so kind. She's like amazing. Every time like I mention her in any conversation, oh, I'm gonna have Elaine on the podcast. Like, oh, dude, she's so dope. She's so kind. She's like an amazing person, and that's what you are. So the question is, do you think kindness is kind of a weakness? And I'll explain why, but first I want the answer up to that.
Okay. Well, obviously you think it might be because you think it might affect your
I have arguments.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. This is very exciting. Honored to be on your podcast.
You see,
Yay!
okay, there you go. She's kind as
Okay.
fuck.
And
Immediately kind. Immediately, it's like, I don't believe I'm kind, but thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Like, fuck you.
let me tell you, is that a weakness? This is a good question. I think generally no. More sometimes I think what maybe doesn't help me is I expect other people to be like welcoming and
Equally kind.
friendly, and that's the big thing. Like I think when I think about like how I want to be kind to other people, it's mostly just making a space where people feel comfortable and welcomed. And I think the thing I learned in stand up is other people do not have that as a priority.
No.
They're
And
not even mean. Some of them aren't even mean. They're just not like the like some people just don't think to like say hello.
yeah, yeah, I seen that, but I don't mind all that because I had Brian Rowe in the podcast, and
Okay.
he's like, dude, a lot of people think I am an asshole, but it's because I'm so nervous and so on my shit that I don't say hi, I don't talk to people, I just go to the corner, and people's like, he's a fucking asshole. It's like, no, and he's like, no, dude, I'm so nice, but I don't have that. So with comics, yeah, it happens. Some of them I actually rude, but I said it because I don't know if I should say my business idea, but I will say it because I believe it can have a first feedback. I've been thinking like ways to make money because I believe AI is gonna replace a lot of jobs and it's gonna be crazy for a moment. And but I was like, it would be really dope to a company if you have like my company. This is my idea. It's called Puppy Therapy. And it's basically you hire me and I go to your company for 1 hour or two, how many hours you got me, with 5, 10 dogs that can just run and play in the office. And it's like a stress relief day for the office. And then at the end of the 2 hours, whatever time you like hire me, I just take the dogs back to and I can like work with the owners of the dogs. Like, hey, first you're gonna get like a free like walk to your dog because we're not gonna charge you, and actually we can pay you a little bit of what we make. And working with shelters, so like these dogs maybe adopted, maybe someone in the office like I really love this dog. There is okay, this dog is from a shelter, so if you're gonna adopt it, this is information, and you like charge for per dog like $15, $20 per dog. I believe it's an amazing idea, and I will fucking love it if I'm working in my company and it's like, hey, look what we have today, and there's a lot of dog coming in. Beautiful.
I think it's a great idea. I definitely when you started it, I thought you were going to say you wanted to have 5 to 10 dogs.
Also,
And
I would
so
love that.
and I was like that seems kind of hard living in a city. like the space for 5 to 10 dogs. I
And she came in and there's one dog here and I don't like this one. She's like, not this dog. This dog
one
is okay.
one dog seems to be enough for you.
Yeah, that's it.
I will say actually have heard of I know
Something like
good
that.
news and bad news. Good
Okay.
news, it's been done before.
Okay. Bad
Bad
news.
news, it's been done before.
Okay, that's a bad.
So I think it's good though. There's lots of people selling different types of everything, bread.
Okay, and this is where I got to like I believe kindness will kill my business because like in business I believe you gotta be always greedy because I was like okay, if it's 5 dogs for 1 hour, $15 each dog is 75. So to pay all the expenses is like da da da. I'll end up with like 20, $18 per hour because I want to pay my employee like 18, $20 an hour. And then I was like, that's the moment I'll be fucking up because the employee have to drive, get the dogs, drive to the place. So it's like at least 2 hours or 1 hour more to pay the person. It's like, but if I wanna pay him 20, like a good like salary, I will end up like earning like $5, and then the business strategy is just like fails. And it's like, so if I want to make this business work and be rentable, I have to fucking pay minimum wage and like exploit my employees. And like now I don't want to do
That's so
it.
interesting. I mean, a lot of companies they make this claim that if you raise minimum wage to a living wage, that it will hurt their business. My thing is, if you can't pay all your employees and yourself and still make money or at least break even once you pay all the employment costs, it's not you've never had a good business model.
Exactly, and but this is when it comes that I believe like greedy people are the ones that make not that good business models successful because they're fucking greedy and they're like they don't care paying like minimum wage.
Yeah, you're saying if only I could exploit people,
Yes,
then just think of my unlimited potential.
but I can't. Like something means like, and then I was like, comedy is the same. There's some people that step on others to make them shine more, and I don't do that. Like I don't like. I would never like to do that. But then it's like those people. Some of them, you see, they're kind of successful, and it's like, should I like? I won't do it, but that's the thing about kindness. Like I won't do it, but it's like I see the people who are not and stepping on others making it, and it's like maybe that's why I'm not there because I have not done this. It's a tough conversation.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I just feel like I don't know if people are like dirty to other people. I just think comedy's almost like a small town. It hurts your reputation. I think in the long run, you
I
don't.
don't think in the long run. I have like more often I see the people who are kind go downhill than the people who are not. More often.
Uh oh.
Exactly. You're like fuck. You're like I guess I will start like talking shit about comics.
Wow.
I'll
Yeah.
start spilling tea again.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's time for me to backstab. Truly, I don't even know what that would look like.
I believe you are so kind that you may have a lot of like tea from a lot of comics that they trust you, and you're like, I'll go to, I'll die with this secret. Like, if you trust me, I'll die with this. So I believe you have tea that is like,
I can't confirm nor deny,
but yes,
but maybe.
I'll trust you with secrets. Are you good keeping secrets?
I think so. My best skill with secrets is I won't share them within the group that I learned it.
Okay,
I believe you have to have enough friends in different parts of your life
okay,
that if anyone shares something in confidence,
but it's such good tea.
it's really good. You can tell it anonymously to a different friend group. Just one person in a different friend group. Or yeah, I think that. Or if it's
I actually believe in theory you shouldn't say it to anybody, but I believe this is a good policy because when they give you such good tea, you have to share it.
yeah. It's yeah. I mean, to be fair, if anyone has told me anything of like utmost secrecy, I've not shared it with anyone. Except maybe one person in
In
another
another
friend
group.
group. Or but sometimes that person is my therapist and she's legally not allowed to
Exactly.
tell anyone.
But I believe therapists between them they share tea.
Oh, yeah. I think they
You know my
exactly.
APM on Monday? She's fucking crazy. She
Yeah.
stabbed her boyfriend. I was like, what?
Or I know therapists talk to each other to get like advice. So even if they frame it, hey, I have this tough case, and then they're really just sharing hot goss.
Yeah, oh gossip. Like, I'm really good keeping secrets because of two main reasons. First reason, you're actually more reasons, but one of the reasons you're trusting me. So I don't want to like, and now I have a secret of you, so I can share a secret with you. And if you backstab me, like I have, I have a power to also to. So it's
Mm,
like we're trusting each other because we trust each other, and also because you have a knife on my back, I have a knife on yours. So like, let's play safe here.
yeah, wow.
That's what happened. But second is because I forget them. That you told me a secret, and it's like don't tell this to anybody. 1 week later, it's like I don't know what I should not be telling people. Like I
They're like,
forgot.
exactly.
Like you have something going. I don't know. I don't remember what was it. It's like you're so good keeping secrets. Like no, I do not remember
That's
what.
so funny.
So I like this about keeping. What is your policy on keeping secrets? Apart from like you can tell one person outside of on different group.
Oh, I think that's probably it. I think. Oh, my biggest thing is you should not ask questions you don't want the answers to. If you're not
Agree.
prepared to hold the weight of a question, you should not ask for further details. So if like stuff is blowing up and you're only tangentially related to it, there's like uh just interpersonal conflict. The least I know, the better. And I just know the weight of finding out more means I'm further in the mix of it.
Yeah, like this kind of a scenario is like, yeah, and this motherfucker, he just stole my all my money is still there, and I don't have to pay rent. And if you ask like, oh, so how are you gonna pay rent? People are like, actually,
Yeah.
you have some money, and you're like, fuck, like you just answer like, damn, that's crazy.
I've had two times.
You just like,
Yeah.
damn. That's just all the answers to when people are saying a gossip with money and they need money. You're like, damn,
For sure.
and
For
that's it.
sure. I don't know who's tuning in today, but if anyone former roommates in my life, I've had some really great roommates, and
Okay.
then I've lived with sometimes two roommates at the same time, plus me, so three total. And a couple of times the two roommates have gotten like into conflicts, and in me being in the middle, I've then been like pulled into the conflict.
And you're like, no, thank you.
And that's really what's taught me. Sometimes you just gotta shut the door to your bedroom and and
No, but
just take it.
okay,
Let them figure it out.
I had one roommate. He's an amazing person. He's an amazing person. He's a nice dude. But sometimes he did like weird shit, and he brings like a lot of like he was a fuckboy.
Okay.
So he bring different women to the apartment,
You know,
which
sometimes we're doing that
not a
as
problem,
fuck
not a
boys.
problem, not a problem at all. The problem was we have like like places in the fridge for each one of us. We were three in the house,
Mm.
and he knew, the other knew, I knew, but whoever was coming to his bedroom didn't. So more than once they ate parts of my food because they didn't know. Like and I was like, hey man, like I had a hummus there and
Mhm.
it's gone. And he just gaslighting me, like not gaslighting me because he was like, well, I didn't do it. It's like I know you didn't do it, but someone in the morning that said goodbye after coming out of your bedroom did. I was like, no, man. Well, well, like, that's your problem. I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, where's my hummus?
Yeah, that's weird. I feel like if you bring a guest, you should let them know what food is yours to offer.
Yeah, but I get his side because imagine like you're like mingling and then you meet this person. You're like, hey, you wanna come over? And they come over and it's like, okay, let's go to the bedroom. But first, this is the part of my fridge that is mine. Okay, just in case you just ruin the vibe. It's like like you're so hot. But this is my side. This is This is my sausage. Like that. Don't touch that part. That's because that's Brian. And I believe that
Yeah,
will just
yeah.
ruin
I'm
the vibe.
top right and the bottom produce drawer.
It's like, are we gonna fucking no, 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 wait. I have to show you the pantry. Come on, with me first for the pantry. This is my part, just in case.
I think you can make it sexy. You can be like, hey, in the morning when I make you breakfast, it can only come from here and here.
It can only come from the top drawer, okay? Just letting you know that.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna get like ready for you. Let's go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Come with me. And it's all super sexy and steamy. It's like, okay, you came here because that's my soap. Don't use that one. And this is like my shampoo and my conditioner. Just now get out.
Yeah, that's so funny. I do
Like,
think when I'm a guest at someone's house, if they don't tell me the lay of the land in the shower, I'll use whatever shampoo and conditioner
is
seems
that?
seems best suited for my
It's like the
hair.
Wesley. I done that. I just grab many. I was like, for repairman. Oh, my hair is good. Okay, curly hair. This is the one I
Yes,
use.
yes, yes.
No one has curls in the house. I don't know why they have this, but now I'm using it.
The fridge space thing, though, you honestly shouldn't share a fridge with more than two adults. I think,
It's difficult, yeah.
yeah, it's really tough. It's like playing Jenga every time you go into the refrigerator.
Okay, before the pause, I'm just gonna say this. My roommate does this, and I hate it because he has on the fridge he have the top shelf, and I have the bottom shelf. And this motherfucker sometimes just puts like a whole piece of meat to defrost in the, and the juices of the meat just fall sometimes on the bottom shelf
Oh
that are
my.
mine, and I'm like, now mine is dirty. I have like dirty like blood, and like this wasn't even mine. And but I flip it on the freezer. I was like, no, no, you're having the bottom drawers just in case, because he just like, if he doesn't eat it, he just put it back, and then it was the same on the freezer. I was like, we're gonna stop this. And he watched the podcast. So Rafa, por favor, ya basta, por favor. And
Please, Christian needs this.
but apart from that, where he's a really nice roommate, he has a really nice dog, and we're gonna make a pause, and we're gonna come back with more gossip and tea that she's gonna spill about all the comics.
Yes.
And we are back. We were talking like there's so many people who are pregnant and had abortion in the comedy scene. I didn't know
Oh my
about that, but
gosh.
thank you so much for for telling me.
Offline, I told Christian all
All
the hot goss. I'm so sorry for whoever told me in confidence.
yeah, I know your secrets now, but we were talking about secrets, but I'm gonna change the topic to something that actually this can go a little bit with it. Uh, the power of a rumor, because like I've been thinking about this, and I had it like many times to talk it about like, how old are you?
I'm 32.
32, perfect, because I'm 32. We're the same age, and at some point, without too much internet, without limited access to internet, and without like this connection that we have now, that you something can happen here in Chicago, immediately you know in whatever other part of the world, we managed to spread the rumor, because it's not true, that Marilyn Manson removed two of his ribs to suck his own dick.
I didn't hear that one.
Like that, like I have heard that people know about that rumor, and I heard that in Venezuela, and I have heard from people from other parts of South America that they know about that rumor, and it's like, how did we do that? Like, how did we manage to make this true? I believe Marilyn Manson was like listening to that rumor, was like, did I just did it? Because like, everybody apparently knew something that I don't.
He had no ribs removed for any
No,
reason.
no,
They're all still in there.
they're still in there. We just said like, yeah, yeah, he did that.
I,
He was a weird, like, he was a really weird character.
mm,
I remember, but some of his videos that I was scary of the music videos. I was like, this is too weird.
so it checks out that he could have done that.
Yeah, so I was like, I didn't even like argument about it. I was like, yeah, yeah,
I think people want to be a part of something.
yeah.
So when everyone's on a rumor train, they're like, I'm hopping on the train.
Have you been that like, I'm gonna spread this and add something like, I I am guilty of that, like getting a rumor and then I'm gonna tell it in another place, and I'm like, I believe I can spice this up. I believe I can add a little detail that was not there in the beginning.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I'm trying to think. Any of the rumors I'm thinking of, I wouldn't talk about on a podcast. Oh my gosh, panic button. I'm like racking my brain for like a um maybe a rumor that would be more shareable. Honestly, any I feel like the rumors that stick are the ones that I.
They're like, oh yeah, she fucked the professor in the gene class. And they just
Oh,
spread that rumor, and she's like, I didn't do shit.
I do remember in high school. This I don't know if this is true or not. So I think this is great rumor, and I don't know if it
Perfect.
really happened. There was a teacher who was using her home computer, not her work computer, or maybe it was she used it for both. And when the screen timed out, it started playing photos from her personal camera roll.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And
what
then some photos that she wouldn't typically put in a work environment because she had less clothes on then appeared on the screen. And then, yeah, I think in the story I heard through the grapevine, I don't think she was still a teacher there after that.
now teachers can have like OnlyFans and people like whatever, but you see that's a nice rumor. If I have to tell it, I will be like yeah, and that happened in we were all in the basketball court and like we presenting this award, so all the old school was there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like no one was there.
Oh,
Yeah, I just add details.
do you know that
In
that
one
like
of the photos, there was the director of the school. It's like that didn't happen, but it's like let's people let's make them believe.
that's so funny. You're heightening the story. You're taking your
Yeah,
improv training and saying these were the biggest photos you've ever seen.
because of the I don't know if this has happened to you when you're like for you this is a big T for you this is like this is good and you tell somebody and they don't react like they're like okay
Yeah, I don't like that.
and they die okay like I need to add something like this was exciting for me why is not exciting for you.
Do you know this thing where it's like people tell these stories about like when they catch a fish and
No.
then every time they, like the fish, they say they went and caught a fish, it's
White man
two
in
feet long.
Tinder.
Yes. But then when they tell the story again, the fish is 3 feet long.
Okay.
And then they tell the story again and they caught a 10-foot fish. I think that is like the quintessential, like people rumoring themselves.
But I believe that's basically what stand up is. Stand up is a little bit of
Mm,
it. Stand up is like how many stories you have in stand up that you tell them exactly how they happen. You always add a little bit like this would make it better. This would make it funnier.
that is true. Or I combine three stories so that I either look really good or sometimes embarrassing.
Because like sometimes like you have one that she said in Spanish about your grandmother and that you in the punchline you call yourself a puta or your sister a
My
puta
sister, I call my sister. Yeah.
a puta.
Yeah.
But
Love you, Elizabeth.
exactly you love her but in the joke you're like I fucking hate that bitch.
Yes, yes, yes. That one's fun because my name is Elaine, and then this is true. Some like a couple times when I was growing up, my sister would call me Elaine, and so then in the bit version of this, I tell them my sister's name is Elizabeth, but I call her a bitch,
Exactly.
and
But that
people like that.
it's an
They really,
amazing joke, and when you say in Spanish, people encourage you so much to be like, call her whatever you want. We're gonna hear that.
it's true, and I think because I
But you
seem so
used to call her a
sweet,
bitch.
you know, I
Yes.
I did actually. I even if I didn't. That is one of those jokes that come from an emotional truth. When we were younger,
In your
I
mind.
didn't like. We didn't get along at all. So I do think in my head I was like I thought it, but I don't.
You never express it.
I never expressed it. But then sometimes on stage, I feel like sharing the emotional truth. You gotta like say it.
Okay.
So I feel like saying that's what I called her most accurately captures the energy we were
Have she
having.
seen that joke and have she had any comment on that joke?
Oh yeah, she.
Cried.
Yeah, we're actually not on speaking terms because of that
You see
joke.
rumors. There you go.
Yeah. No, I think she's actually she's cool with it. She thinks it's funny.
Okay.
And yeah, I do run any jokes I do about my family members if I think they might not like it. I
Okay.
do
I do
ask
not.
them about it.
I do not. But because of this, you're fucking rude. No, no, no. It's because my mom and my aunt, both of them, think like stand up is the reflection of reality. And again, like you
Mhm.
add some details to make it funnier because okay, if you start from a situation that is funny, but in order to make it funnier, you have to like add more details, make it more relatable, and you just do shit to make the story better.
Yeah.
And with my mom, like I have like, had jokes that I do an exaggeration to make it funnier. And she's like, "That's not the way it went." I was like, "Of course not, mom. This is the way. I have to tell it." Like, you are making me look bad. That's the point. I have to make you look like a bitch so the joke is funny. If the joke, I don't have it like right now on top of my head, but if like, oh, I do have it. This was a joke I used to say in Minnesota, in Venezuela, that my mom does stupid questions, and it's because like like sometimes she's like, "Hey, what do you want to eat today? Like chicken or pasta?" I was like, "Mom, whatever. What is easier for you?" She's like, "No, no, no, no. Tell me, what do you want to eat? Chicken or pasta?" I was like, "Mom, whatever you want to cook, whatever is easier for you." No, no, but tell me, chicken or pasta? And she gets mad. It's like, okay, okay, I can do pasta. Okay, I'm gonna do the chicken because it can get rot. And it's like, then what you ask? Why we do this? And she's like, no, but that time was because the pasta was not ready, and I told you that it was gonna be an hour, and you were hungry. That's why I make the chicken. It's like, I know, mom, but
Mm,
but but the real story, if I say that on stage, it's not gonna be funny.
yeah.
Finally, she's like, okay, now I understood. But she used to get angry if I put her in a bad position. She's
Mm.
like, that's not the way it happened. It's like, I know.
Are there any jokes you wouldn't do if a family member didn't like it?
If they didn't like it a lot and they're like, that's really offensive, make me feels bad, I'll stop it.
Nice.
But if they're like I don't like that joke too much because like I don't speak like that, it's like, well, fuck you. Like, you speak like this in the joke and that's it. But if they're like, no, it hurts me, like I really don't like the
Mm,
joke, I'll stop.
yeah.
You have any like that they have told you like, hey, don't say this.
I
And you're like, yeah, Elizabeth when I call her a bitch, but, but I'm gonna keep saying that joke.
yeah, actually she was not a fan. She said, "Take it offline." And
Or we are not talking anymore, and you're like, well, goodbye.
I said, "Let's bring it to YouTube. I'm going to send you this timestamp." Love you. Oh, I think there's some topics I won't do until certain people are not alive anymore. I think
You're just like waiting on a super extremely good joke about your mom, and you're like, a couple more years.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like if you yeah, we gotta it's like it'll take even longer than the pasta
To
to
cook this
finish
joke.
to cook it, yeah.
But have you have any that someone is like, hey, I don't like what you did with that joke, and
Mm,
you're like, okay, I won't say it again.
I have had people like who I've gone out with or like dated who who've been like worried that they were gonna wind up in material and they were like, I don't
Non-comics
really
are
want
always
to.
worried. Non-comics are always worried. Oh, like you know what that this was happening. Oh, okay, I won't tell Elaine because if not, she's gonna turn this into a joke. Like, I don't care about your life that much to make this a joke. Like, chill.
Yeah, I think people really overestimate how stage worthy their stories are.
Yeah,
It's actually really hard to. It's not. I mean, it's hard to just turn a story I have no emotional connection to
yeah.
into a into a bit. And I'm not saying that's how I have felt about everyone I've dated. Uh,
Like if I like I dated a bunch of people and they're so lame that I will never tell a joke about them. I'm like, okay.
so funny.
If you're watching and you're Elaine's ex, she didn't like you that much. Just letting you know. Okay.
Oh, so funny.
You can send the timestamp to them. It's like,
Oh,
hey, watch
no,
this part.
no. I am. I don't. I am. I'm single right now. So if anyone wants to try to become part of future bits,
You have a lot of DMs after this.
now's your chance. is what
Like,
I'm saying.
but I do believe in relationships, that part of like, hey, this was funny. I want to make this a joke. Like, this is the way I'm gonna do it. Are you okay with this? With a partner, like, because family is, there's always family drama, and family drama is so fun because
Mhm.
there's it's too relatable. A lot of experience come from there. But with a partner, I believe you should like set boundaries and grounds because you're hurting your loved one, and that, for me, that is the point that you should like be like, hey, I have a joke about this, and this is the way I want to tell it. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree. Especially like the people you spend your life with and have the most like close relationships with.
Yeah,
Like
and
if it's a partner that like you don't want to um yeah.
yeah, because like I've been putting myself. I've seen beats that like of course, like, since like I relate to like being boyfriend to a woman. Usually the beats that gets me when women are doing these beats, but I believe it happens the other way around. If a man is doing a joke and you're an heterosexual couple, like, women should be more related to what they're saying. But if a woman, a comic, is making a joke about the boyfriend or the husband or whatever, it's like, and the joke is like, well, last time like we were fucking, he has such a small dick, it's like a tic tac, blah blah blah, and it's like fun. If I am the boyfriend, I'll feel bad. I was like, I don't like this. Like, like, why are you telling people I have a, like, it's true, but why are you telling them to strangers that? Like I will feel bad. That will be one of the jokes. Like, hey, I don't like the way you are doing this.
Yeah, don't embarrass people.
Yeah, it's like, I know you have not come in years, but like, but don't say that to strangers.
Yeah, that's funny. No, I yeah.
What about exes? Like, if you, it's like the cooking with your mom. If you have a lot of jokes like about this person, then you end up the relationship. You're like, now is the time."
Well, it is interesting. I I feel weird telling stories about exes
Okay.
sometimes too. But I have been sharing like things about me. Like in my last relationship, I tell people now I'm newly single,
Okay.
which means I've been eating a lot of soup. And I tell them it's not sad. My ex didn't like soup, which is true. And then I go on and I, talk about my love of soup. Um,
I like because it's a misdirection that is not meant to be. Because I thought, because like you were sad,
yes,
or you don't know how
yes.
to cook, and you're like, no, I like soup. He didn't like soup.
No, I actually love soup, and I just didn't make soup. You share a lot of meals with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people, and then so I like in yeah, it's like they for me it's like such a little thing, but it just goes like relationships can sometimes change you in unexpected ways. You just
Yes.
don't think you're gonna lose moist vegetables.
They're like, I don't miss this anymore. But you know about.
Last night I made chili. I love it. I love a wet dinner. I don't know. It's just
Favorite food: soup, chili. What else?
ramen.
Everything that is just everything that you can eat with a spoon at some point.
Yeah, it's so
Yogurt.
refreshing. I don't like drinking just water, but broth in the soup, the
Yeah.
liquid in the soup. I just want it's
You do that.
a nice warm liquid. It's like savory tea.
Like in apparently in Japan, here, if you do the grab the ball and just like,
Hmm.
it's like bad education. In Japan, it's like super good education apparently,
Yeah,
because it's like that means you really enjoy the soup.
yeah. People want to know you want all of
You will
that.
thrive so much in Japan. You're like, look at these, all my meals. I can just like pour it."
Dude, I'm there.
And they have nice soups.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna end the episode. I'm gonna like, on this question,
Okay.
because I believe it's interesting this about exes. Like, if your ex crossed you, like he cheated on you or he did something really bad, so the relationship end up badly, and you had a lot of jokes that is like, I'm not gonna tell this because I respect this person. In this moment, you'll be like, now it's on. Watch my next special because I'm gonna be talking shit about you. Or you're like, no, no, no. I'll be the biggest person.
I think I think I would. I think you have to get enough X's in between so that no one knows who you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, immediately the next day you go to a show it's like, so this guy I was dating.
Yeah.
It's a motherfucker. Like yeah, okay, I
And
like
then
that.
everyone in the room knew them. Yeah. That's so funny. No, I think like if you go, yeah, if you get like 3 X's in a row, then no one knows who it's about.
Okay, you like to keep the mystery. People is like that was the who was that? It's like
Yeah.
we don't know anymore.
Or combine experiences from different people so that like no one is implicated. I guess going back to your original thing about kindness, I guess my kindness does make these bits take longer to make.
Circular podcast.
If I was less kind, people wouldn't find that you'd find things out a lot quicker.
So there you go. Kindness. It is sometimes a weakness, but I believe it's a weakness that like most of the time I'm like I'll have it. I rather be kind than not. Sometimes it's harder, but actually the last episode I said like if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm not helping anybody, and
Situational.
that's not kind at all.
Mm-mm.
But in other aspects, if I have a crew that they're working for me, I'll try to do my best to have the right condition for them, even though that will like reduce my position. And that's my where my kindness come from. Like the people who like I trust and I love, like I'll put myself in a worse spot to make them shine or to make us like even. And sometimes people get like uh they use you that you feel used at the
Yeah.
end. And
That's
that
a really great trait and it will hurt you in business.
it will hurt me in business. Don't make me a CEO. That's like that la moraleja de esta historia. Don't make me a CEO. I will fuck your company. I'll be like, let's give healthcare to everybody, and they're like, we just cannot do that. And like, why not? This little girl needs cancer treatment. Let's give it for free. And they're like, we're losing money. I'm like,
That's so funny. You try to make the case. You're like, when our employees are healthier, they work better.
and the owners like that's a lie. When the owners are sick, you just fire them. It's like okay,
Oh,
health companies. Ta-tan. Well, with that, we're gonna we're just an attack on health companies.
that's kind of sad.
We're gonna say goodbye, but adios, and we're gonna do bonus content. So adios. You gotta say adios.
Oh, adios.